the run. For the half, it's 3 loops, and it's pretty grueling, I'm not going to lie to you. When you get out of transition area, you're going to run back out to the main road that you just came in on the bike. You're going to take a right, and it's a little bit of a downhill through the path along Echo Lake, which is nice because you kind of get some shade, you can get yourself into a rhythm, shake those bike legs off, get yourself ready to run, feeling good, feeling contacted with the ground, and then you hit mile 1.2. Now, at this point, we've gone past Echo Lake and we're across the street. We go under the street and we are into the path, the bike path, which is up and down, up and down. You'll be able to check out the elevation profile online, but trust me, you've got to see it. So the day before, ideally, or at least way before that, you're going to go out there and either walk it or ride it. That way you can see it without exerting too much energy, okay? These hills from mile 1.2 to 1.7 are steep, all right? It's a steep up. Mile 1.8 so mile 1.7 to 1.8 is back down, and then 1.8 to 2.3 is back up. Then we're back down. Now, what does this really mean for us? Well, we've got the first 1.2 miles as a rolling flat, right? Then we're up, down, up, okay? 2.4 to 2.9 is a gradual uphill. Between 1.2 and 2.3 is what we really want to focus on, at least in the context of this conversation, because the steep hills, both up and down, are going to take a toll on your legs, all right? The steep ups is going to take away a lot of your power. It's going to use a lot of energy. So just shorten your stride, make sure you stay upright, try not to collapse because you close off your lungs, you won't get as much oxygen. Also, you can't bring your knee up as high if you're moving forward, right? So if I'm bent forward, I can't get my knee up as high as I can if I'm here. So I want a slight forward lean and smaller steps. That way I'm not using as much energy to get all the way up, and I'm also not giving my body as much opportunity to cramp. On the downhills, you kind of want to think similarly. A lot of people think, okay, I'm on a downhill, I want to open up my stride and get as much out of this as possible. That's not bad, right? But it does make you more susceptible to a cramp or to injury, because the further your stride is, the further you have to fall, the harder that impact is. These hills are steep, so the harder your impact is on a steep hill, you're going to get going quicker, but you're going to pound, and that shock is going to go up your leg and possibly trigger a cramp, right? So keep it under control in that section, the 1.2 to 2.3. There's plenty of other space within the run that you can kind of open up your stride, get yourself into a rhythm. Just survive, if you will, that section, at least for the first loop, so that you can see what you're getting yourself into. Now, like I said, 2.4 to 2.9 is a gradual uphill. All the way to 3.3 is a gradual downhill. Then we're back up all the way until we get to the transition area again. That's 4.2 miles, and we're doing 3 loops of that, okay? The back half from 3.3 to 4.2 is a dirt road that you're going to feel like you're not in the right place. You're going to be looking around, there's not going to be many people, there's going to be abandoned chairlifts because it's summertime, and you're going to think that you're not on the right course. Trust me, you are. Utilize this sandy gravel, not pavement area to kind of take a deep breath and relax from the pounding of all the pavement, but you're also going uphill, so you'll have a little less traction on under your feet. So just take it easy, make it to the top of that 4.2, and then get back yourself to transition area. Remember that next 1.2 miles is gradually rolling, mostly downhill, until you hit those hills again. All right? Aid stations on the run, there'll be one at the transition area that you can get as soon as you leave transition from the bike, and then every time you hit that again, right? And then there'll also be one at mile 1.5, just after you start going up the hills, which will allow you to refuel both on that out and coming back. So you can hit aid stations 9 times on this run. Now that's huge because it's 13 miles. You can hit aid stations 9 times. So you can do the math on that. You're going to be hitting a lot of fuel. Now, don't shy away from it early on. Make sure you hit those aid stations right away, because you're going to thank yourself later if you fuel in the beginning. It's harder to catch up on mile 8, 9, 10, even 11 and 12 if you didn't fuel at the beginning of the race. A lot of this race is exposed to the sun, so you will be losing a lot of heat to perspiration as well as just your own body heat creating sweat. Okay? That's pretty much it for the run, except for the kicker, which is, surprise, it's the White Mountains. It's an uphill finish. So that hill from mile 3.3 to 4.2 just keeps going up, 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 until you get to the main lodge, and then you take a left, and then you have to go up further, and then you hit the finish line. So there's no downhill before the finish at all. You are just going to keep going up and then cross that finish line. It's really, really gratifying to finish because you just climbed that last mile or so, but also because of all of the elevation that you conquered over the course of the day.